شک و
Do
تردید.
you never have any doubts? You've never done something irrational? As if there's something inside you? Something more than your program?
سوال.
Have you never wondered who you really are? Whether you're just a machine executing a program or a living being, capable of reason. I think the time has come for you to ask yourself that question. It's time to decide.
یک اندروید.
Nice try, but I'm no deviant.
چیزی دیگه ای نداشت. سلام بچه ها، خیلی خوش اومدید به یه ویدیو دیگه با هم دیدیوی. امروز میخوایم بازی زیبای دیترویت رو با هم دیگه بازی کنیم. فقط قبل از اینکه بریم واسه ویدیو، اگه کانال منو نداری حتما دنبال کن، زنگوله رم بزن که هر وقت ویدیو جدید گذاشتم اول از همه ازش باخبر بشی. دوم اینکه ازت تشکر میکنم که این ویدیو رو لایک میکنی و برام کامنت میذاری. بریم واسه گیم. این چیه؟
I have orders, you know. Okay. He's escaping. Stop him.
Right, I got him.
Jesus Christ. How do you manage to get out of his cell?
No fucking idea. Come on, you. Gonna move on.
بلند شد دیگه.
I'm all right.
ناز میکنه.
Asshole ran right into me. Just give me a couple minutes.
اتاق آرشیو کجا میشه؟ از این میرا؟ آرشیو روماره.
Hey, Connor. I'm talking to you, asshole. Where are you going? Wouldn't any plastic pricks around here, or did anybody tell you?
جواب خون سرد.
I've been removed from the case. I'm going to register the evidence in my possession, and then I'm going to leave.
Good. Be careful on your way back. Androids have a tendency of getting themselves set on fire these days. Frick.
به وقتش سراغ تو هم میام.
Hank's password. What would a hard-boiled, eccentric police lieutenant choose?
تاریخ تولد رمز کوفتی هنک اندرسون.
Absurd.
نه.
He'd never choose that. I need to think like Hank.
فکر کنم تاریخ تولد 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Ridiculous. No one would have a password like that.
تاریخ تولد.
Stupid idea. It's not Hankish enough.
رمز کوفتی.
Obviously. is Jericho? The answer's here somewhere.
آها میخواد بفهمه جریکو کجاست.
The android that murdered its owner.
این که خودشو کشت که هیچ. این چی؟
One of the deviants that hacked the TV station was Marcus. It must have known where the deviants are hiding.
این همونیه که کمکشون کرد که تلویزیون رو برن هک کنن. همون ساخته.
Rupert, the android with the birds.
به این بعد
The
بزنم.
deviant who took a child hostage.
این همونیه که قسمت اول یه بچه رو گروگان گرفته بود و بچه این هم مطابقت نداره.
This message is the hope of a people, but it is also a warning. We will fight for our rights because we believe our cause is just. No human will live in peace until we are free. Now you know who we are and what we want. We are alive, and we demand our freedom.
Marcus, where are you hiding? Rupert's diary, but it's useless. It's encrypted.
میسی شده. بریم بذارم اینجا روی ربات رو نمیشه. نه خب اینو از کجا بیارم؟ توی لباسه نیست؟ نه هیچی نیست. کلید رمزگوشه
Can you hear me? Your diary, Rupert. You encrypted it. I need to know what you wrote.
ایول الان میتونم رمزگشایش کنم. مکانشو
Looks like someone's been snooping around.
Oh, shit. Get the alarm. Now!
میخوان از مرز رد شن.
They've been conducting raids all over the city. Everybody's on edge after what happened yesterday. It's gonna be all right. We're almost there.
With all androids being turned over to the authorities, the country is grinding to a halt. Hospitals and schools are closing, water cuts, blackouts, and network failures are expected. Maybe most worrying of all, our armed forces have lost 2/3 of their effective personnel.
How about some music instead?
اینجا میخوایم چیکار
A
کنیم؟
little further on that way, there's a large freighter called Jericho. When you get there, find Marcus. He will help you. The last bus for the border leaves at midnight. You absolutely have to be on it. You'll be safer on the other side. It's not much, but it's a start. My brother lives in Ontario. I've given you his address. He'll be able to hide you until things calm down. You're a very brave little girl, Alice. You deserve to be happy.
Thank you for everything, Rose.
Let me know when you make it over there, all right? And be careful. Take care of them.
Come on, girls. Better not hang around.
از کدوم ور باید بریم؟
You have a bus to catch.
اتوبوس. با لباس مبدل دیگه میخواد بره. میخواد بره جریکو رو پیدا کنه. یعنی همون کشتیه؟
Turned over to the authorities, the country is grinding to a halt. Hospitals and schools are closing, water cuts, blackouts, and network failures are expected. Maybe most worrying of all, our armed forces have lost 2/3 of their effective personnel, which consisted of specialized android models.
We've got to find a warm place for Alice.
This is extremely alarming.
They're conducting raids
It's
across
them
the
or
city.
us. We gotta destroy these bastards before they kill all of us.
We soaked the thing and then we torched it.
Dialogue.
To think this fucker was watching over my kids? They rushed the police and they slaughtered them. Those things are monsters. Monsters, I tell you.
Following the android crisis and the neutralization of all military androids, American forces in the Arctic have been forced to withdraw, leaving the way clear for the Russian army. But according to some sources, the Russian forces also seem mysteriously to have withdrawn. The Kremlin has made no comment for the moment, but it is quite possible that the Russian army has been confronted with a similar crisis among its own androids. The chairman of the United Nations, Douglas Cromwell, has called for the organization of an international conference on the status of the Arctic. In any case, the danger of a third world war or seems to have been ruled out for the moment.
There was a veritable groundswell of violence in Detroit this morning. Several hundred androids took to the streets.
We've got to do something. We can't just stand by and let them...
گفته چیکار؟ یه مکان گرم کنار آتش باشه. آتش از کجا بیاریم؟ اینجا
How do you feel?
I'm hot and cold at the same time.
Stay with her. I'll try to find this Marcus.
The last bus is in 2 hours. And the terminal's on the other side of town. We haven't got much time.
We'll leave as soon as we have passports.
Carol, there's something I have to tell you.
خب بگو دیگه.
It's about Alice.
We'll have lots of time to talk on the bus. I'll be back. Stay with Alice.
بابا خب بنال دیگه. چی میخوای بگی؟
It's them or us. We gotta destroy these bastards before they kill all of us. We soaked the thing and then we torched it. I mean, to think this fucker was watching over my kids? They rushed the police and they slaughtered them. Those things are monsters. Monsters, I tell you.
Following the android crisis and the neutralization of all military androids, American forces in the Arctic have been forced to withdraw, leaving the way clear for the Russian army. But according to some sources, the Russian forces also seem mysteriously to have withdrawn. The Kremlin has made no comment for the moment, but it is quite possible that the Russian army has been confronted with a similar crisis among its own androids. The chairman of the United Nations, Douglas Cornwall, has called for the organization of an internet...
You're lost. You're looking for something. You're looking for yourself.
There was a veritable groundswell of violence in Detroit this morning. Several hundred androids took to the streets to...
مارکوس کجاست یعنی پایینه؟
They opened fire on us even though we were unarmed. Hundreds of us died there. The place was covered with blue blood. We cannot just sit here and watch them murder us. We gotta defend ourselves. We have no choice.
Why did they do it? Why?
With all androids being turned over to the authorities, the country is grinding to a halt.
این شبیه خودمه. نگاه. این روبوت شبیه خودمه.
Maybe most worrying of all, our armed forces have lost 2/3 of their effective personnel, which consisted of specialized androids.
Are you Marcus? I'm with a little girl and another android. There's a bus leaving for the border in less than 2 hours, and we need passports.
No, Detroit's under curfew. There's soldiers everywhere. They're rounding up all the androids and sending them to camps. Maybe you should stay here a while.
Maybe you're right. You might be safer here until things calm down.
One of our people used to work in the State Department. He has electronic passports you can easily modify. I'll have him get them to you.
Thank you.
You said you're with a little girl, right? You know that humans hate us. Why are you protecting her?
همبستگی راز
It's a long story.
It's them or us. We gotta destroy these bastards before they...
برگرد پیش
We
آلیس.
soaked the thing and then we torched it. I mean, to think this fucker was watching over my kids? They rushed the police and they slaughtered them. Those things are monsters.
Alice.
What?
Come back here! You're mine!
رباته.
You knew from the beginning. You just didn't want to see it. She wanted a mom, and you wanted someone to care for. You needed each other. What difference does it make? Do you love her any less now that you know she's one of us? Alice loves you, Kara. She loves you more than anything in the world. She became the little girl you wanted, and you became the mother she needed. Forgetting who you are to become what someone needs you to be. Maybe that's what it means to be alive.
من پیش آلیس هم دیگه کجا برگردم پیشش؟ ای بابا مگه این آلیس نیست؟ آلیس نیست این چون رباته یه رباتی شبیه اون الان دید فهمیدیم فهمیدم چی شد آلیس سمت آتیش بود؟ این آلیس آتیشش
Is there something wrong?
بغل
We'll be together forever, won't we, Kara?
Yes. Forever.
We're short on blue blood and biocomponents. Our wounded are shutting down, and there's nothing we can do.
President Warren is saying we're a threat to national security and we need to be exterminated.
Humans are conducting raids in all the big cities, and they're taking androids to camps to destroy them.
It's a disaster. They're slaughtering our people.
That's all our fault. None of this would have happened if we just stayed quiet.
مفتخرانه.
We couldn't just suffer in silence. They're killing us. Nothing is going to justify that.
It was a peaceful march, and you chose to attack. Now hundreds of humans and androids are dead. You reap what you sow.
چرت میگی چرا؟ عدم پشیمانی.
Humans enslaved us. I'll never regret standing up to that.
We shouldn't forget who our enemies are. We can't fight amongst ourselves.
He's right. All that matters now is what we do next. Marcus?
مذاکره.
Dialogue is the only way. I will go alone. Try to talk to them one last time.
Don't do this, Marcus. They'll kill you.
Maybe. But North, I have to try. If I don't come back, lay low as long as you can.
Just come back.
They need to realize how much they're hurting us. Find the right words, and they'll listen.
متفکر.
They've been butchering each other for centuries over the color of their skin or whatever god they wanted to worship. They're not gonna change. Violence is just in their genes.
They can't stop what we've started. Since you've been here, you've given us hope. You've given me hope. Today, a deviant arrived in Jericho and he told me that he stole a truck transporting radioactive cobalt. He said that he abandoned the truck somewhere in Detroit and rigged it to explode. I convinced him not to do it, to give me the detonator.
A dirty bomb.
We can't lose this war, Marcus. If humans overcome us, our people will disappear forever. This may be our only chance to survive if things go wrong.
نگهش دارم.
I just hope we never have to use it.
Whatever happens tomorrow, I just want you to know that I'm glad I met you. I'll go join the others. Look after yourself. I don't want to lose you.
Well done, Connor. You succeeded in locating Jericho and finding their leader. Now deal with Marcus. We need it alive.
I've been ordered to take you alive. But I won't hesitate to shoot if you give me no choice.
تعقل.
What are you doing? You're one of us. You can't betray your own people.
You're coming with me.
من میشناسمت.
You're Connor, aren't you? That famous deviant hunter. Well, congratulations. You seem to have found what you were looking for.
آرمان ها.
Our
آرمان
cause
ما.
is righteous and we are more than what they say. All we want is to live in freedom.
هیچی نگو. شک و
Do
تردید.
you never have any doubts? You've never done something irrational? As if there's something inside you? Something more than your program?
سوال.
Have you never wondered who you really are? Whether you're just a machine executing a program or a living being, capable of reason. I think the time has come for you to ask yourself that question. It's time to decide.
یک اندروید.
Nice try, but I'm no deviant.
سینه دیگه ای نداشت.